Hi Aries, welcome back to Tarot POSH. This is going to be your archetype spread. I created a couple of cards, 5-card pull, and this is going to be for from now, I guess, through the end of May. Today's May 18th, 2022. So right now we're in the waning gibbous moon phase for Capricorn, and the intention should be to slow down, slow growth, shedding excess, practice gratitude. We have a gratitude stone here, and obsidian, and open your heart chakra, give back, and most of all, love, right? So I want to thank all of you, my subscribers, for showing the love and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all the likes and the shares and the comments, and welcome to new subscribers. Helping you on your journey helps me on my journey, so I'm very grateful for that, Aries. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, or pretty much any natal aspects that are Aries, or if your North Node is an Aries, or if you just love to watch Aries tarot readings, then this is for you, but it is Aries energy. So you're a fire sign. The Emperor is your major arcana card, and you are a cardinal sign, so you do take the lead and the initiative. And as the Emperor, being your card, that is like the father out of the major arcana of the tarot. So we'll see if that comes through in this archetype spread for you, Aries. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to be using Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian. There is actually a wonderful interview coming up. If you search on YouTube, Titans of Tarot, the person's name is Justin that is doing the interview with her, and he has a wonderful series called Titans of Tarot. Yes, I looked it up for you. So it's Justin Michael, and he does the series Titans of Tarot, and they're very informative interviews. He just did one with Sasha Graham. There's actually some other ones on there that are absolutely fabulous. He does one with Stephen Bright, and also he did Mary K. Greer. So I haven't watched them all myself, but I am watching them, and I'm very excited that Anna Torian is coming on, and that I believe is June 15th. So you could catch that Titans of Tarot in 15 days from today. Trying to see what day it is.
We are looking for 100 people who are interested in...
We don't want to go that far. But anyway, Google it, look it up on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get to it. This is a black and white deck by Anna Torian, Tarot of the Abyss, and I absolutely love this deck. That's why I'm excited to watch the interview with her. She's a great artist and creator. And this deck actually has 2 extra cards in it. It has 2 Ten of Swords and 2 Three of Swords. So, and the deck is created on the understanding, like, you know, the world started, or the universe started out of the abyss. And, well, when you get the deck and you read the book, you'll see. And I don't get any money for saying that, but when I really love an artist or a deck, I will share it and go on and on about it. But anyway, Aries, let's get to it. I hope everything is going well for you, and happy spring. Summer is soon upon us, so it's getting humid out. I hope that you're having nice weather wherever you are. So I'm going to pull from the major arcana here. This is the 22 cards, the Fool Through the World card, right? So the Fool is like going on the hero's journey, going on the journey through life. Major arcana, it's like the major secrets, the major things that come about in life for us. And then the minor arcana is like the everyday situations. So this card's already coming out. What major arcana archetype, right? Which major arcana card or characteristics relate to you right now? The High Priestess. Wow. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is the mystic of the major arcana. Balancing, like yin and yang, balancing the earth plane and the celestial plane, the ethereal plane. And also to me, in this picture especially, is the keeper of the keys. of that mystic knowledge. The key to access your intuition, to open the doors of things that are just known, and just that internal knowing we all possess. And right now, that is what you are embracing right now. Out of 22 major arcana cards, the High Priestess. And that's the third card in the major arcana. First there's the Fool, then the Magician, and then the High Priestess. So we have those steps, right? We start out on our journey, right? Then we have to have the initiative with the Fool to take that leap of faith, right? To start the journey. With the Magician, we have to have the will to manifest it and use those tools that we have, right? The cups, the pentacles, the wands, the swords, all the tools, all those characteristics. And then the next card after the Magician, being card 1, is the High Priestess. So it's then using your intuition and taking that will. And that is the link. The High Priestess is the link between the will to manifest and actually bringing those things to fruition, which is the Empress card, okay? So this is what you are embracing. These are the characteristics you're embracing. So let's see what situation is bringing this High Priestess energy in you out. Now, I do want to say that the High Priestess here, when we embrace that, that could also mean connections to the other side, connections with those that have crossed over, getting a lot of signs and images, and just, you know, seeing certain numbers on the clock, or thinking of a song and it's playing, or just, you know, I want to put out there that sometimes the High Priestess shows up when we're getting a lot of signs and we're embracing that intuitive part of ourselves, possibly to connect with someone who's crossed over. So let's see what situation is bringing it about. The King of Cups. So you're embracing that archetype of the High Priestess because with the King of Cups here, you're navigating the sea of emotions. Kings have an analytical mind, so you're navigating with logic and, you know, analysis as a root. Thoughts, communication are important to you regarding relationships. So the situation here that you're using your intuition and embracing that major arcana archetype of the High Priestess and all her faculties to really intuitively move through ruling over your emotions. And Kings, you know, that is maturely ruling over your emotions. I wouldn't say, you know, keeping a lid on your emotions, but being emotionally mature in a situation. So you could have a situation where you really have to think before you act emotionally. Could also be where you're intuitively making a decision regarding where to pursue or where to put your energy creatively. Cups energy also has to do with, you know, art, being creative. Just as, to me, Wands energy does as well. But when I see that cup energy, to me, it always makes me think of like an artist dipping the brushes to paint the colors of their life. You know, that's what I get when I see this. And who's better to do that, or what situation is better to do that than when you're embracing that King of Cups? And I feel the High Priestess goes very well with that King of Cups energy. I feel like you're really holding on. There's a situation where I feel there is a lot of turbulence, there's a lot of emotion around you, and you have made a logical decision to not get swept up in this situation in negative aspects, or to lose your cool, or to lose your temper. You're trying to be very logic about it, but at the same time tapping into that intuitive energy of the High Priestess there. And there's a deeper knowing with the High Priestess. There's just a knowing, and you're just feeling a sense and connecting with that, Aries, and you're just feeling that that is the best characteristics right now for you. You know, you could be going through something now too where it's like, you know, what am I here for? What's, you know, to come? What, you know, things like that could be weighing on your mind as well. And that's why the High Priestess comes out, or you embrace those characteristics. How can this archetype help? Four of Pentacles. So it's showing me here the High Priestess can help in this situation by keeping you have a foothold on your physical and material worlds. You're intuitively navigating your earth plane. If you feel like your foundation, your money is intact, that's a positive thing. But however, I feel like you need to go more with your intuition at this time, because I feel like you're almost hiding behind that earth energy there and peeking out. You have a little bit of fear, and I feel that the High Priestess here can help you with this King of Cups situation here that you're navigating your emotions in a sea of chaos, I feel. She's going to allow you to intuitively tap into your feelings about things, but from it, a higher sense, a higher vibration. There's fears here surrounding, could be home life, could be a career, and I feel that she can help release some of those fears for you regarding that. Could be that, you know, you're creative, the situation with the King of Cups here, that you're logically navigating relationships or navigating a situation. That affects your home life, your career. And the High Priestess will assist you with that, with any fears behind that. So I didn't call it out yet, but how can this archetype of the High Priestess inhibit or hold you back? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, depending on where it lays, is usually a positive card, but it can inhibit or hold you back, the High Priestess, if you don't really embrace that energy to use really for yourself first. With the 10 of Cups here, there's a lot of holding on, and I feel that with the King of Cups on the other side of this 10 of Cups here, I feel like the situation is something at home where you're having some chaos, and there could be some codependency that you're navigating regarding how much you're giving or how much you are putting into a relationship. Something is holding you back. I feel that if you're not listening to what you know to be the best decisions for you with this High Priestess here, that can inhibit and hold you back to not do the best things for yourself. And with the 10 of Cups here coming with the King of Cups, okay, I'm reading the card's energy. So whether it's masculine, feminine energy, I'm reading the King of Cups is showing up as masculine. The person in this 10 of Cups here is holding on to someone's hand. She's showing up as feminine with a child. I feel that you want to reach for and embrace the sun and flourish that 10 of Cups energy in households. What this could also be saying is, if you go too deep into the High Priestess energy, right, and you're not, you know, on the physical material world, if you shift it so much and it flips that you're too in woo-woo lands, or, and I'm not talking about doggies, I'm talking about, you know, there's times when you have to be meditative, or, you know, I read cards, but then there's times when I'm, you know, paying bills, making dinner, you know, doing laundry, you know, like working, you know, like doing other things. So I feel that it can hold you back and inhibit you if you don't have the right balance with that. So I hope that makes sense. So if you don't find the right balance, and it's really clear to me to see that that's what she is all about, because it's balancing those two worlds, right? It's the Tao symbol, T-A-O, balancing. I also feel that there has to be a balance with the masculine and feminine here as well from the High Priestess. Dark and light, masculine, feminine, yin, yang, you know, just balancing two opposing like forces. What is the likely outcome of this? 3 of Swords. So there's going to be heartbreak. There's going to be some broken contracts. There's going to be some loss here that you will be learning from. You may have to look back at the past regarding this, and it could be some heartbreak over realizing maybe that you didn't handle things the way you have decided to now with this High Priestess. And there may be some self-reflection, especially with this 3 of Swords here. And it's like opening up the book and reading and looking back and seeing. So when I see this card, I feel like likely outcome is you reviewing something that already happened that was prior to this reading taking place. And it's like looking back to see what could I have done different. And I feel like that is, you know, not so much a warning, but it's just letting you know that if you come across this reading, it's for a reason. And we have 9 of Wands. So with this 3 of Swords here, it's being like the 9 of Wands being a wounded warrior, gating yourself off. And I feel like it's saying, if you don't learn from the past mistakes with this 3 of Swords energy, the loss is maybe with the Swords energy, there could be, you know, thoughts and communication that really weren't in the best interest. And, you know, that's why we have the situation that's bringing this archetype of the High Priestess out is the King of Cups, trying to navigate emotions in the right way so as not to have a 3 of Swords moment in a relationship. It's like you put your hat down and, you know, you're like, it's happening again, right? That's what I'm getting. You feel, you know, weary because you feel like you constantly have to like defend yourself, or actually stand your ground, maintain boundaries. And, you know, it's exhausting. It could be because you haven't been using like your intuition in the past. And Aries, you are a fire sign. So you do have a lot of fire. I'm a Sag. I have a lot of fire. I have more than one placement of Sag in my chart, my natal chart. So having that 9 of Wands and that 7 of Wands, there may be a balancing with this High Priestess here of embracing those both sides of your personality, right? The very fired up side and that more calm, balancing, intuitively knowing, you know. like the High Priestess is also, and King of Cups is water energy. So maybe it's, you know, not totally putting that flame and fire out for you, but just calming it a little bit with that High Priestess energy. And being aware is, you know, half of that. So I'm going to pull a card from the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I'm going to close the reading for you. So I do hope you like this new spread, and it does go through the end of May. I try out all my spreads for me first, and this is actually the first reading I'm doing with it. So I hope that it flowed and that you did like it. What else do we need to know for Aries? Conflict and defeat. Okay. So 5 is a number of changes, obstacles. You feel like this situation you've been running away from, and really that's why you're relating to that High Priestess. For some of you also, not all of you, but I feel like the High Priestess is coming out to make you better follow your intuition when you know something isn't working. And then we have the World card, the Universe, which is such a beautiful card. I feel this is a lesson learned. This is a snapshot in time and a lesson learned regarding this situation. And I feel like the cycle is completed, and you know, we have to go through things sometimes for a reason. And if you had to go through this, you are better for it, better for the experience. That's what I'm getting here with this conflict and defeat. And then to have card 21, the Universe. And I see a lot of blue, you know. This is 5 of Swords energy. Okay. So this is like a battle, but a lesson learned. A battle, but a lesson learned. Okay. And that's why it's so important. It's so important with the situation with the King of Cups here, flanking this 10 of Cups, as to the situation at hand to showing the King of Cups. And then how can this archetype of the High Priestess hold you back or inhibit you? We have the 10 of Cups. Go with what you know. Go with your own intuition. Other people have their own navigation system built in, you know. If we have a lot of fire energy, because we're fire sign, you know, or sun sign, or any other aspects in our chart that are prominent, you know, using our intuitive sense, our ability, and that High Priestess energy is the archetype that's going to help. And the High Priestess is that mystic. So sometimes we don't know maybe why we have better judgment about something, or gain insight from something, but it's just a knowing. And I feel this situation is showing you to trust that. Okay? So namaste. I pray you find your way, and I'll see you next time, Aries. Bye.